you retired from being a ref. What led up to your decision?
You know, there was a lot of things that led up to the decision, but I got to the point that I was frustrated with the way some things were being handled in mixed martial arts. I thought there were people that were associated with it. There was people being put into positions that had the ability to have a say on the fighters, the fights themselves. There's people that were judging that had no idea what they were looking at. There's people that were reffing that didn't understand what they should do in given times and certain situations because they didn't understand what the fighters were doing, and that bothered me. And when I went to people and talked to them about it, it was always, don't worry about it. We're growing and we're expanding and things are going to get better. And they never did anything to make it better. And I just looked at it. After a while, I felt like I was being a hypocrite, being part of something that I didn't believe in what they were doing. And I, started out with, MMA from the very beginning, and, it was a learning process for me and for everyone. But there came a certain point where if you didn't understand the sport, then you shouldn't have been part of it. And if you had the ability to be part of an athletic commission and get put into a space where you had the actual power to affect a fighter's life or livelihood, and you were doing that without understanding what that fighter was doing, I had a real problem with it, and that was really what got me frustrated. That was the biggest thing. And that was, a huge part of it. The other part of it was, there were certain things that happened within, the UFC that I was, kind of working with that I didn't particularly like, and so that was just a small part of it that just told me, it started to me to walk away.
So now that you have retired, you are trying to make changes to the way MMA is run now?
Yeah. Trying to we're doing a thing, in fact, in about 1 week here up in Montreal with the Association of Boxing Commissions, which governs all of the commissions throughout North America. You have all the commissions from state to state in the United States, and then from province to province in Canada. And then you also have the nation, the tribes, tribunal nations that are there with the Indian tribes. So they're all covered by the ABC. So next week we'll be going up, trying to do some rule amendments, trying to get things done as far as certifications and educations to judges, referees, so you can't just have somebody that's a friend of somebody that gets to be put into something. They actually have to go and go through a course, prove that they know what they're doing, what they're supposed to do in a given situation, know that what the fighters are doing. They're going to have to be able to prove all that. And once that's in place, that's a big step forward for the sport.
Do you regret retiring, John? Is there any chance that we could see you in the ring again?
Well, when you say regret, I've loved doing what I was doing. I loved working for the UFC. I loved working for the athletic commissions. I loved doing any show that I was doing. And so reffing, I loved. And so to go back to it, I always left the door open and said, someday I'll go back. And, that could very well happen. But right now I'm doing other things, and so, am I going to go back? I keep on saying, someday, but I don't know when that'll be. I've been asked, it's funny, ever since I retired, I've been asked to do more shows since I retired than I did when I was actually working. So one of them I'll say yes to.
Tell me about your gym.
My gym is in Valencia, California. It's 16,000 square feet as far as the size. I have about 4,000 square feet worth of mat space. I have an actual 30 by 30 cage and a 24 by 24 boxing ring in there. I wanted to have a place where you can do everything in one spot. You can do boxing, kickboxing, Muay Thai, judo, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, submission grappling, amateur wrestling, all the things that I looked at that are important to be a mixed martial artist. You can do all of those individually plus doing mixed martial arts on top of it. So it's been open now, coming up on 2 years, and it's been fantastic. I love the place. It's been a great experience.
I hear also that a reality show will be filmed there. Is that true? Do you have anything to do with it? Is it just going to be filmed there? Or?
Yeah, there's Jason Chambers who did Human Weapon. He's part of it. They're going to be doing a reality show. They're shooting it there. Part of my thing was I wasn't going to be part of it. I don't have any desire to be part of it. I'm not identified.
So you're loaning out the gym.